In verse 19, and Joseph, her husband, being a righteous man and not wanting to disgrace her, planned to send her away secretly. Joseph stayed faithful and loving despite the awful circumstances. It looked bad. It looked as though Mary had been unfaithful, and Joseph loved her anyway. And here's something to think about. You and I have been unfaithful. We are sinners. And Jesus loved us anyway. He still loved us. He still cares about us. In Romans chapter 5, verse 8 to me, is the main verse that talks about this. But God demonstrates, He commends, He recommends, He shows, He continues, He stands together with is actually still one of the meanings of that verb. But God demonstrates His love toward us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. And I can't get past this thought of He stands together with us. I can imagine the courtroom and the Heavenly Father sitting as judge and Satan holding up the sins that we've all committed. And they're guilty. They're guilty. You've got to find them guilty. And Jesus comes over and stands beside us, stands together with us. He's not so fast. My blood paid for those sins. My blood paid for those sins. And the Father says, welcome home, my child. You're welcome in heaven. Jesus forgives us even though we sin. And true love does not keep score. True love does not keep score. 1 Corinthians 13:4, Paul wrote, love is patient, love is kind, love is not jealous, love does not brag, is not arrogant, does not act unbecomingly, it does not seek its own, it is not easily provoked, it does not take into account a wrong suffered. In other words, it doesn't keep score. And that verb is middle voice. We have to choose not to do that. We have to choose not to do that. In verse 6, it does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. But it's not fair, Lord. That's right, but it's Friday and Sunday's coming. We're on this earth now, but heaven is coming. And it'll all be fair. It'll all be made right. And this is exactly what Jesus does for us. He loves us anyway. And that's what Joseph did for Mary. Joseph loved Mary anyway. And when he stayed faithful and he kept loving Mary, the special blessings flowed.